Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Leo Naranjo IV, speaking to you from Morrill, Georgia, taking a little walk around the track on my way back to the apartment with the family. Want to make a couple of short videos here today. Just did out a real big one telling folks where we're at, what we're doing, and why. Not what I'm doing politically. Yes. First thing I want to start off with Steve Hilton and his BS about gas prices. $3? Sorry to say, Mr. Hilton, you suck. It's $2.47 here in Georgia, but you expect Californians to accept your price freeze at $3 a gallon of gas. Diesel fuel in Morrill, Georgia is $3.33 at one of their local stations a gallon for diesel. What are you going to do? I have no damn idea what you're going to do with fuel, but I know that giving us $3 of gas, I'm not going to be happy for it, and I sure as hell won't praise you at all. Oh, to another topic you like to talk about so haughtily is taxes. Most recent one you did was the business tax. Used to work at Franchise Tax Board. Processed those business tax paperworks a lot. And I never could understand back then how all these companies only paid $800 for tax. But you claim LLCs, that's a smooth transition from companies to LLCs. A little bit of a difference there that you're not telling people about. But I get it. Understand. I don't think Frito-Lay is an LLC, are they? It might be. But be that as it may, these folks are paying $800. They have to file $800 tax. You're going to eliminate it. Well, I imagine that's an impressive little keystone article there for you. Except for the fact that I think when these people file their yearly tax, they get to amend their tax forms. Kind of like what you and I do when we file every year. This is what we get. This is what we made. This is what I've paid. This is what you owe or you get back. Why are there any difference for businesses? If you have a business that didn't make any money and they had to pay an $800 tax, I'm pretty sure when they file their full tax forms, they have to produce that information, and it would stand to reason that they would get refunded, unless you're trying to say that they don't. Well, that would be like stealing money. I wonder if that's what you're advocating, is the Franchise Tax Board does that. That's an interesting argument, one that I'm going to relook into should I be elected governor. They can explain for me how that $800 blanket tax works for everybody. Not just the little business that you were highlighting on your hit piece today with the young lady from that little championship workout, whatever it was that she was doing. She's paying $800 in business tax for her LLC. And so are the big corporations. So what? You have to look at that a little bit more, because as with anything in politics, there's more to it than what you're explaining. You are a showman by trade. So not outright lying, but warping the truth to fit your template is not out of the realm of possibility. But going a little bit further, your happy slappy, I'm going backwards by the way, your happy slappy wants to remove that tax, and you want to reduce personal tax down by $100K. Wipe off $100,000 of your taxes. That's all fine and dandy. You're really good at that one. Oh my goodness, if I didn't know any better, hell, I'd vote for your happy slappy too. Except I would never vote for somebody from England to run my state, so we'll keep that simple. But what I will ask you, because nobody's had the foresight to challenge you yet, and those dweebs of the Democrat side never could challenge you, because for them, loss of income is nothing more than a revenue-enhancing opportunity to explore. vis-a-vis the so-called billionaires tax and the mileage tax. So while you're cutting all these taxes, sir, what in the hell have you done for California to that point? And to my point, let's be crystal clear, because you seem to be remiss in the thought process of a few things. I don't think that's by accident, that's by design, because I don't think you're that ignorant to certain concepts. You slicing and dicing taxes left and right sounds impressive to the average Joe who might not understand what's happening when you do that. Because nowhere in your rhetoric have you called for a reduction of cost in this state. So you can slice and dice your happy slappy to taxation all you want, but what have you done to the state? You've given those people in the legislature a desperational moment to figure out how to jumpstart taxes so that they can pay for what they're paying now. Or how to steal from Peter to pay Paul. How to move money from this account to that account. Pray nobody notices so we don't get busted. That's all you're doing. It's not a realistic plan of anything. It's the value of what you're advocating for is like toilet paper. We all know what happens with toilet paper, don't we? Well, Leo, what's your plan? What are you planning on doing, young man? Hell of a lot more than you. First off, my aim, my goal is to reduce taxes and fees upwards of 50% across the board. But unlike you, I have the foresight to understand when you reduce revenue, you have to reduce spending. Any mom with a budget knows you're not just going to snatch $50 from their purse and expect them to buy $400 of groceries when they only have $350 in their wallet. Unless you plan to rob something. So that's the difference between our plans. $50% or up to 50% to reduce revenue, which includes a up to 50% corresponding number to reduce spending. So if I can cut benefits up to 25%, we're going to reduce spending by 25%. Simple math. How are you going to pay for tax cuts? You don't spend as much. That's how you pay for tax cuts. You're getting ready to jumpstart somebody when you make all these proposals. And it sounds like you're getting ready to jumpstart your buddies in property. Because after all, we both know there's a big boom down there in the Palisades area. I wonder how much of that you're invested into. Good question. So that's my little fast video today, right now. You have to look at the nonsense of all these tax cut proposals Mr. Hilton and the esteemed cowardly sheriff, Mr. Bianco, is proposing. But understand, folks, when you cut taxes and nobody has touched the spending, there's a problem. Both of these gentlemen are very quick to want to cut taxes, but have zero plans or conversation about how they're going to reduce spending correspondingly. Because neither one knows what the hell they're doing. But if the party had been doing their job and roasting all of us through all of last year on forums, not necessarily forums, but debates, letting the Republicans hammer it out so that you, the voter, could figure out who was what you wanted to pick, we wouldn't be in this pickle today. Cutting taxes is great, but you got to cut spending with it. My name is Leo Naranjo IV, candidate for governor of California 2026. Oh, I've got a plan too. It's got more substance than the other guy from England. You guys have a great evening, and we'll talk to you more in a while. Bye-bye.